Hey, it's me, Giggins, and I'm here today to talk about the brand new debut album from Blackpink star Lisa, Alter Ego. Blackpink are easily one of the most famous K-pop groups of all time, combining what fans describe as savage and cute songs that are as musically expressive as they are lyrically attention-grabbing. All the members of Blackpink currently have a solo project out right now, and this project from Lisa, Alter Ego, finds her playing with a lot of different musical genres. And because of the genre hopping, she creates these alter egos to play inside those genres to create a cohesive album. If you want to buy the physical copy of this album, there's one for each alter ego. So one of the frustrating things about this record is that digitally, Born Again is on the album, but on the physical release, it's not on the album. So I guess technically Born Again isn't actually a part of the real track list, but for the sake of this video, it's on the track list. And with that said, Born Again features Lisa with Doja Cat and Ray, and this song is soaring and powerful. It is an epically performed track. It just oozes cool. The 80s slap bass, the dense production, the sweeping dramatic 80s strings, it just creates this perfect little song about empowerment and moving on and being the best you can be. The chorus is a constant 1-2 punch that lives in your head long after the song is over, and I love Ray and Doja Cat's features on here. You know, lyrically it's a song about if a guy put in more effort, and you know, now that the relationship's over, she's basically singing about all the great things that this dude's missing out on and how she could have blown his mind, and he's just gonna have to live with that forever, and she's feeling renewed by this sense of empowerment and strength and confidence. This song will easily be one of my top singles of the year. The chemistry between the three of them is palpable, and the energy on this thing is just so much fun to listen to, and like I said before, this song will live in your head. It's just excellent. Rockstar comes up next, and I love the confidence on this one too. A really buzzy sounding track with really thin production that allows for Lisa to stand out on top of it vocally. She flows seamlessly from one line to another with her rap skills. She's very articulate, very punchy. This is definitely one of those tracks that allows her to kind of play with multiple genres inside one song. So at times it sounds a bit like a hip hop song, at times it's like a dream pop song, at times she raps, at times she sings. Her versatility is really prominent on this track. It's a song about working hard and understanding where you are because of your hard work, and also understanding the power of your influence. I love the almost manic feeling this track has until it gets to the choruses where it just kind of slows down and flows into this ambient dream pop world, especially the outro. I like how it kind of slows down, does like a half speed kind of feel. And this track also does sample Kevin Parker, Tame Impala. Elastigirl follows this one up, and it's an Incredibles reference. But I really enjoy how this song is about, it's either about two things. It's either about being so flexible and so bendable that nothing can actually hit you and impact you, that whatever negativity comes your way, it's going to bounce off you. You're bendable, and it doesn't matter what people say, you're going to take your original form. Or it could be just a really flirty, suggestive song. Who knows? One thing that comes up pretty often on this album is the La 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 Lisa, which is a callback to her previous single from a couple of years ago, and that does come up on this chorus as well, but I like it. It's a fun chorus, it's a catchy song, I dig it. Thunder follows that up next, and for me, this is like part 2 of Rockstar, where she kind of understands her star power and sort of thundering down to earth, if you will. You know, everybody talks about a thunderstorm, everybody anticipates a thunderstorm, and you have this idea of getting ready for it. And so I kind of feel like she's comparing herself to that power, like her fame is at the forefront of everybody's minds, like they're thinking about it like you would think about weather. The really breathy chorus is pretty unique, and I find that really fascinating. It goes down well on the ears, but overall, yeah, it's kind of a cool pop track. New Woman with Rosalia. This is a really great song about comparing yourself to flowers and reblooming, a rebirth. And in that rebloom, the care that goes along with it. The change up in the middle where the bass gets like really murky, when that part happens and Rosalia comes in, I love that change up, that shift, that juxtaposition of like a little bit faster for Lisa, a little bit slower down for Rosalia. Cool combination of worlds colliding on that track. Just a great song about cheering yourself on and taking care of yourself in that process and learning about yourself along the way. With F Up the World, I really feel like Lisa, you know, I know she's playing one of her alter egos on this track, but I really feel like personally, she's talking about her own sound on this one. She's talking about going out there and changing things up so dramatically. I don't see it as like she's going out there like causing chaos or something. I think it's about causing a disruption in the status quo of what's expected of her. I think she has an idea for what Blackpink fans and maybe the music industry at large kind of, you know, has an idea of what she wants to do or what she can sound like. And I feel like this song in general is about waking up one day and be like, you know what? I'm gonna change everything about what you guys think I can do. At one point in the song, she even says, if you want the old Lisa, listen to the old shit. Rapunzel comes up next with Megan Thee Stallion, and this one's just really fun. For me, again, this one's kind of about being so high up in a tower, you kind of feel like you might be on your own, but it also sounds like a flex where it's explaining about all the cool things they've achieved and all the hard work they've put in. But maybe that could feel a bit lonely up in the tower, hoping somebody can come up and be like, oh, I'll be your friend. And the chorus for me almost seems literal, where it's like, they're seen as money, they're seen as a commodity, they're seen as something you buy, where it's like, you know, you go out and buy their album, you go out and watch their music videos or buy their concert tickets, like that's money, that's money. And that's gotta be a kind of a weird concept that, like, you know that when you sign contracts, like, your art is being consumed in a certain way. And that might be kind of a lonely feeling. Maybe you just want to make art for the sake of art and not for the sake of just selling it. I kind of see it as like being lonely on top, like being alone in that tower, but also being proud of it at the same time. I don't see it as being like a sad song. Moonlit Floor follows that one up next, and this interpolates Kiss Me by Sixpence None the Richer. And while I do appreciate that tribute or that callback to that song, I feel like the song itself has good bones. Why not just write your own chorus? You know, when I hear that bit in the chorus, I just want to hear the original song. Like, if anything, just cover Kiss Me. You know, when you interpolate songs, for me, it comes across a lot of times like lazy songwriting. It's like, just keep plugging away. Like, you can believe in yourself and you can make something cool. And like I said, the bones of Moonlit Floor are good. It's a nice, sweet, catchy song, but they could have blown it out of the water, spending another 2 or 3 hours coming up with a really great chorus that they wrote. And that's kind of how I feel about that one. It's a catchy song and I like it, and when I'm in the mood it hits me in different ways, but I enjoy it, but it just makes me want to play the original song. When I'm With You features Tyla, and this is another flirty song about blowing someone's mind and just having fun. Nothing really serious here, and kind of accepting that. Definitely brings those Y2K vibes, that early 2000s kind of production, the group vocals, you know, and the more vocals are saying the same thing together, it's almost like you believe in it yourself and you don't feel as alone for how you feel. Bad Girl comes up next, and this is, you know, like a wild, exciting night going out with your friends, driving around, meeting up with people who have fancier cars and what other kind of journeys you might get into that night. It's fine. The La La chorus, again, is cool, but it's one of the weaker tracks on the album, I would say. Same goes for Lifestyle. You know, it sounds a little bit like an early 2010s pop song, but overall, it's just a flex. And like, I get it, like, you know, you work hard for what you have and you're proud of that, but it's not like a relatable song, but not all songs have to be. But it just kind of, it comes across as like, all right, we've heard a few of these already on the album, like, is this a little bit like redundant at this point? Chill follows that one up next, and this one reminds me of Promiscuous by Nelly Furtado. Remember that song? It's definitely got that early 2000s feel. I like that line, "Can't read my face, just call me Mona Lisa." Basically just telling this dude to slow down. Like, hey man, like, there's a lot going on here. Like, if you want to keep up, it's gonna be some work. Like, chill. Like, think about what you're doing first, buddy. Like, chill. And then the final track on this record, Dream, is easily my favorite song on the album besides Born Again. This is a wonderfully heartfelt post-breakup track that lets Lisa sing so honestly and sweetly, you know, looking back at a breakup, wishing things had ended differently, and wanting things to be better in the present. The minimal amount of reverb on a song with already minimal instrumentation lets Lisa shine, and the song just works for her. Like, I wish the album had 3 more of these, because this works so well for her. Those warm chord changes are just delicious on the ears. The vibe is comfy, it's nostalgic. It's a career highlight, let alone an album highlight. Don't know where you sleep lately, but I'll see you in my dreams, baby. I feel like the more relatable a song is, the more longer lasting the impact is. And Dream is one of those tracks for sure. It's easily one of the best songs on the album. Overall, you know, recording a solo album after you've been in one of the most famous groups of all time is terrifying. It's like when the Beatles broke up and they all went their different ways. Like, some of them had way more success than others, and it's a gamble. I think when Lisa found herself playing with multiple genres, obviously there's experimentation there, but I think when she landed on the idea of alter egos, it may have been a bit of a safety net to be like, all right, there's other people in this group with me, this imaginary alter ego group of like my different personalities, but like, you know, maybe this is like my version of a band. As far as any sort of criticism goes, I truly wish that Born Again was officially on the track list. Something tells me that song came up after the original track list was submitted, But without Born Again on the track list, it becomes a much weaker album. The flexing songs get a little bit repetitive, and they just don't do a whole lot for me. The moments where she's singing more from the heart and more from like life lived and the confidence because of that, that hits a more heartfelt chord for me. Overall, the highlights on this LP are strong and worth your time, and the songs that aren't the highlights do a great job. They really just go through and do their own thing. They're fine. It's an album to be proud of for Lisa, for sure, because like I said, it takes guts to be in this big band. We've got 3 other girls around you, and you can all rely on each other, but when you're on your own, it takes guts, and it's definitely something to be proud of. And, you know, while it's not perfect, nothing is. She's having fun, she's trying new things, and growing as an artist, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters. I'm feeling a light 7 on this one.
Transition. Have you given this album a listen? Did you love it? Did you hate it? What would you rate it? You're the best, you're the best. What should we review next? Hit the like if you like. Please subscribe, and please don't cry. Hit the bell as well. Over here next to my head is another video you can check out. Hit that up or the link to subscribe to the channel. Anthony Fantano, Lisa, Alter Ego, forever.